PTN 128 web system includes templates for NTD forms that are useful for rural transit districts included in TxDOT's rural data submission to NTD. Depending on the type of rural transit district, you will be required to use and verify information in either the R20 or R23 reduced reporting form. Generally, the R20 form and supplemental non-financial form are used for rural transit districts with no service going into urbanized areas, while the R23 form is used for rural transit districts with some urban service. All NTD templates pull data from the data entry worksheets and are meant to be used to download drafts of the NTD rural reporting forms. Changes made in the NTD templates will not save in the PTN 128 web system. Click on the R20 template from the Agency Reports section to load the data from your worksheets. The R20 form shows the annual applied revenues data for the transit district entered by travel mode and then summed together in the cumulative table at the top of the form template. Revenues must be classified as being applied towards either operational or capital expenses. For agencies with one travel mode, there will only be one table to complete, while agencies with multiple travel modes need to complete the tables for each mode. Enter the correct numbers for expenses applied towards capital expenses in the capital column. The amounts entered will automatically be subtracted from operational expenses. Some revenue sources cannot be applied towards capital expenses. When you are done, download the form as the data changes made in the template will not save. The non-financial template pulls in the data for miles, hours, and trips by travel mode from the data entry worksheets. For sponsored passenger trips in demand-responsive modes, enter the number of trips that were supported by sponsored revenue sources. The amount entered as sponsored will be automatically subtracted from the regular unlinked passenger trips column. If one of your travel modes is motor bus, select in the drop-down window whether the service is deviated or fixed route only. For other resources, safety data, and maintenance facilities, enter the amounts as needed for each category. When you are done, download the form as the data changes made in the template do not save. Click on the R23 template to load the data from your worksheets. The R23 form shows the annual applied revenues cumulative data from your transit district. Enter the contact information for your transit district in the Urban Information section of the template. Revenues must be classified as being applied towards either operational or capital expenses. The revenue classifications data entered in this form should only reflect the financial information for rural general public service only. Enter the correct numbers for expenses applied towards capital expenses in the capital column, and make adjustments to the operating column as needed. Be sure to select the appropriate months for your agency's fiscal year in the bottom drop-down windows. When you are done, download the form as data changes made in the template will not save.